Hi guys, Tasha here. As you probably have noticed, I've been sharing lots of information about what Jesus and I do in terms of our diet, in terms of how to feel strong, how to feel fit, how to feel healthy. This is something that I became interested in back in 2017, 2018. I produced a book in 2019, Keto Brunches, which is a recipe book specifically for the purpose of not so much losing weight, but actually increasing energy. And the reason being is that as I approached my 40s, I began to lose the strength, the stamina, the energy that I had when I was in my mid 30s and 20s. So I want to share something that Jesus and I do now, which I've personally been doing for years, and Jesus has also been doing for years. He was doing this before we actually met, and it was just quite a coincidence that we both happened to do intermittent fasting. We currently skip breakfast every single day. Now, the reason is that when you go for about 16 hours, approximately 16 hours or longer without eating, it gives your digestive system and your body a break and allows your body to focus on self-repair. It enables your body to have the chance to, rather than flood your stomach with blood and focus on extracting all the nutrients, all the vitamins that are needed for your cells and deciding what's going to go to your waste, it gives your body a chance to actually focus on renewing your cells. And the effect of that is that it helps you age more slowly. It renews your cells at a faster pace. Now, you can have a similar result from doing cold showers. So, if that sounds more appealing to you or you want to combine both methods, I'd highly recommend that. That's something that's recommended highly by Wim Hof, which you've probably heard about, and also Dr. David Sinclair, who works with anti-aging, reverse aging. He's currently doing research, I think, with Harvard, and he's particularly focused on something called NADS, which you may have heard of. But if you are interested in either one, maintaining a lot more energy, or two, anti-aging or reverse aging, you really, really should consider the intermittent fasting that Jesus and I are doing. I find that I have a lot more energy and focus in the morning when I actually fast. Actually, I haven't had breakfast probably for about possibly 4 years. I just don't eat breakfast anymore. And I found that in particular, while I was doing my editing of YouTube videos and such in South Korea, I could edit at a much, much faster pace. I could make decisions far more quickly if I simply didn't eat before I was doing my editing, because eating really takes energy away, and that's why people tend to nap after lunch, in particular in Mediterranean countries. But this feeling of tiredness is because your body is digesting. So I'm not saying that intermittent fasting is for everyone. I'm not saying it's good for kids. I don't think so. Kids are growing, kids are there's lots going on with kids. My point is that if you're a normal adult who's not necessarily weight training, who's not on a very specific diet for a medical reason, you should talk to your doctor and consider intermittent fasting, because we absolutely love it. And another thing to consider is that eating 3 times a day was something that was actually introduced to Western culture. I think this was actually post-World War II, in an effort to get people to consume more. I'm not just talking about consumer goods like purchasing, all kinds of items, but I'm also talking about food, the production of food, and the marketing that went into making sure that humans are spending a lot of money on food. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with spending money on food, but what I'm saying is that the concept of eating 3 times a day hasn't been a thing for longer than about 100 years or less. This is something that was marketed to Western culture. And just because your parents did it and your grandparents did it didn't mean, or doesn't mean, that this is normal behavior for humans. Anyway, the whole point of this video is to try and get you to consider reevaluating whether eating 3 meals 3 times a day is actually good for your health, and whether in 2025 cutting out one of your meals, either your dinner or your breakfast, is something that you want to consider to scale up your health. It's something that's worked for me and Jesus very nicely, and I have no intention of eating breakfast anytime soon at all. I love the fact that we don't eat breakfast, and that I have all of this energy in the morning where I can focus really well on things that are important to me. I schedule all my important stuff for the morning because that's when I have the most energy. I'm not using all of my energy on digestion. Anyway, hope that that this is something that you can think about, and I look forward to seeing some of your responses in the comments below. Take care.